Hey guys, Jay-Sensei again. This is going to be a little bit of a different kind of video. It's basically going to be what is it? It's going to be a small, kind of a small rant video of who I think would win between currently pissed off Gunn and UI Daniel. I'm doing this because of the fact that, look, because when it comes to, oh, people saying I'm going to kill you, people I think would actually mean it would probably be Johan, Gunn, Elite, and then probably just be those three. Maybe characters like Tom Lee, that's a big maybe, even to me. We can just go through the fact that, Johan, he needs it because the fact that, there's one person in the world, and killing Gunn, Goo, or Charles Choi would give him the security and, that he would need to make sure his mom is good, his life is good. That'd give him security to do that. So Johan's very conditional of someone he'd want to kill. Then Charles Choi, we've seen him kill people. We know he's done it. Characters like Moojin, who we're more investigating him, not even full on trying to take him down yet, as we know of. I think Gabriel Kim wasn't even trying to, he kind of just associated with Elite, is what we know so far. So basically, Elite has killed for less than what Johan would do, basically. Elite's basically just a psychopath. But Gunn, he grew up killing. That's his thing. We've seen him kill. We know he kills. He does not care about it. But then we put Gunn against a monster machine like Big Daniel, like second body Daniel, and especially in his more unconscious state. So his unconscious state is basically just depending on which version you use, is that I think the first time we see it is the versus Jay High arc, where Jin and Jay basically put all of Jay High against each other, being like there's Vinjin versus Vasco, Daniel versus Zack, Jay versus Logan Lee, and pretty sure that was actually it, yeah. But basically just those three fights. And Daniel had been beaten by Jerry, went into UI, which had defold Jerry and Zack for a little bit. You can see it later in the fourth affiliate where he's knocked out by, I think it was Tom Lee or Samuel. Then Tom Lee looked down at Daniel saying, "Oh shit, you scared me," and stomped him out immediately before he could even get up. Which, smart. And then we had the next time we see it being third affiliate, where Daniel basically inhaled a ton of drugs. And he basically was on a timer until the high wore off. And then next time we see it, first affiliate, we're basically, I guess that we kind of saw Big Daniel back to back for a few arcs. But yeah. Then there's a big gap. We got to UI Daniel again, first affiliate. Actually no, we also had him versus Gunn that one time. That was before fourth affiliate. So Hostile versus Gunn, or versus J High versus Gunn, fourth, third, first. Versus Gunn was where he was just choked out and then awakened it. Where that wasn't really it was a timer, but it was a longer one than being on drugs. But then we have first affiliate where he's drugged once more, but it's basically meant to last longer because Daniel's body's perfect. He has a higher tolerance for everything. This drug is going to last longer than any form of UI we saw Daniel have. The only reason it will stop it, the only reason that little Big Daniel did not kill anyone like the machine he is because Jin Young kind of just gave him a counter to whatever drug he was on. It was just called a drug, not madness from Johan. Original madness was Samuel. Rage was Johan. And Daniel was just drugged because those other two didn't work on him. So yeah. But here's how I think the fight would go. The fact that Daniel doesn't really he's conscious, yet not. But he also doesn't really, if you want to use certain forms, like you want to go the one that was versus Gunn, I think that if Gunn took it seriously, he would have won. A serious Gunn, like we see recently, is him threatening to kill someone, and he would do it. But we all know if I was looking at Lookism, honestly, one of the worst chapters of Lookism, in my opinion, ever. Due to the fact that, we see Gunn pissed off about the rape. This made Gunn the biggest hypocrite ever. Oh, you're after the red paper, I'll kill you for that. We just go after the red paper and fight Mandiok of all people. Who gives a fuck about Mandiok? I understand he's a cool character in terms of design a little bit. No one gives a shit. We didn't need We didn't need the flashback with Vasco. We know why Bare Knuckle's not there, because they won't do shit. They're weak. They did the Max and Derek treatment. Why are you here? You guys don't belong here. Exactly. Bare Knuckle doesn't need to be there. So the flashback was unnecessary. We fill in the blanks. Same for the Vasco, or same for the Jack thing, where it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Oh, Johan, we know that. Zack doesn't really need to. He joined Allied for the sake of Johan. Everything Zack does get stronger is literally just because of Johan. If Johan was not a god dog, Zack likely would not be involved at all. He'd be the Dooley of the story. So, all right, off that chapter rant. So with Gunn probably taking it seriously, I think he would have beaten unconscious Daniel at that moment, but Daniel gets stronger with each arc, so he gets stronger and stronger, including the UI form. But so if you want to go first version of UI Daniel, the first one we see in the versus Jay High arc, that would have been a good fight. That'd be the equivalent of I'd probably say that fight would be very similar to if I want to give it a comparison, probably very similar to Daniel versus Samuel in 4th Affiliate, where Daniel is continuously getting stronger and amping, but then Samuel obviously has the edge of it, the fact that he's more experienced. Daniel in that arc is basically just now getting accustomed to enjoying fighting, or at least getting used to the idea of fighting. His body is unconscious, but there's not really much skill in it. At that point, it's basically boxing, wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai. That's basically what we see Daniel mostly use, but it sticks to boxing and a little bit of just his natural agility. At that point, I kind of see Gunn slamming, mid-high diff maximum. Then we have the 4th Affiliate, or before the 4th Affiliate, we have the version that we see by him right there, and that's because at the end of this arc, Daniel got much stronger. He gets stronger passive at this point. So, you see Gunn probably still... I forget if he actually announced that he lost that fight. He said he lost because he's the one that had a broken arm, but that healed very quickly. But if Gunn took it seriously, I'd probably see Daniel on the ground with a broken arm. But Gunn was honestly just enjoying the fight. And then we move forward past that part on to 4th Affiliate Daniel. Him. I see him winning. I see Daniel likely coming out on top, like he did the last arc, but it's probably still going to take it seriously. He's going to take it seriously. Extreme diff, like it was, without him taking it seriously regardless. So it's kind of just the same situation back to back, but Daniel's progressively getting stronger and stronger because passive growth, but also experience is growing. That's key for Daniel. He doesn't need to train, he just needs experience. Or at least Big Daniel doesn't need to train, he needs only experience. That's kind of how he grows the entire story. And then after that, we go on to 3rd Affiliate Daniel, where he was on a very, very big timer, and Goo had basically been able to beat him by taking him seriously. But Goo did land one blow that everyone was like, oh, that kind of was like what beat Daniel. Well, there's kind of two schools of thought where he beat Daniel ran out of time. But Goo kind of just said it was a hard fight and he hurt his arm. But also mentions he's asleep, he's not knocked out. I think that specific wording, if it could have gone on longer, Daniel literally just fell asleep. He didn't get knocked out, he just fell asleep after getting hit. So yeah, Goo did hit him, but not enough to take him out of the fight. Daniel literally just fell asleep after the hit landed. It was just really good timing, in my opinion. That's kind of all the fight was. Other than that, Goo probably still would have won, but he would have had to kill Daniel. Because Goo's actually willing to do that, but I should include him in the 4 arcs. I would go Goo, Elite, Johan, and then Gunn. Goo, I mean, the fact that he kind of just said I'd kill someone if they were causing trouble later, he would do with the 400 crews, how everyone hates Gunn. Goo would have killed them the moment he realized that they'd have been trouble for him, but no one really hates him, even though they should. Johan kind of hates Gunn and Goo a little equally. So yeah, but 3rd Affiliate Daniel came to that. Due to him being on a timer, Gunn would probably still win, but not getting hurt, really. I'd probably see him just be able to avoid a lot of the strikes, or at least just tank it by pulling out the little green aura with toughness. Being like, alright, you're good. And then Daniel falls asleep, he's pissed. He'd probably kill Daniel while he's asleep for falling asleep in the fight. This is where we see Gunn actually take Daniel seriously, but for a whole different reason. The fact that he's just mad, not because he respects him. But then we go into the first affiliate, where Gunn will likely definitely take this version of Daniel seriously. He's using the King of Souls skills. It's like, alright, you're using skills of someone who could possibly be my equal. I don't take you seriously. You might kill me, which he'd enjoy, but Gunn also wants to enjoy the fight, and losing is not enjoying a fight. Firstly, Daniel's where Gunn would actually have I don't want to say fighting chance, but it'd be a good fight. We have Daniel with CQC, and in fact it's Warren's evolved CQC. We have him with Vasco's evolved Muay Thai, which likely being able to use Runner's High. We wouldn't see it, but you probably activate a little bit of Runner's High ability. But then we have King of Souls abilities, Jin Young's abilities, Gapriong's abilities. Big Daniel is progressively one of the more stronger, he is the strongest opponent in the series at this point for Gunn. Then if we do see him like kind of combining a few martial arts or being able to actually just smash them quickly like how Jin Young does, this would basically allow him to not demolish, but he'd high diff Gunn. I'm not saying extreme because I honestly think that it'd be lowballing Daniel, but it'd be high. The fact that Gapriong is kind of just like his moveset, like we have his eyes being able to see through invisible strikes, which is a speed mastery. I don't want to believe that his strength can likely bypass toughness, as like Gapriong don't have a specific set abilities, so the fact that he can just bypass mastery, which is a skill within itself. So we have Gapriong bypassing mastery, which I think Daniel likely copied. So with this, being able to bypass Gunn's toughness, that Gunn would not expect. One of his main martial arts aside from Capoeira is Kyokushin, which needs toughness. Daniel bypassing that takes out a whole card that Gunn needs. He needs Capoeira too. Daniel has Capoeira and Taekwondo. Very, very good kicking martial arts. Daniel has one being better than the other because one has superior mastery over both. Everything Gunn has, Daniel has, but better with no timer. But also, he has mastery-destroying moves, being Gapriong abilities. So, with UI Daniel, even if Gunn takes it seriously, I view him as being able to defeat Gunn. The fact that he's basically the pinnacle of experience right now. Gunn likely has more. In fact, he does have more. But Daniel just grows too fast. And Gunn can't keep up with a pure genius. Gunn, maybe the genius of training. Daniel is just the genius of everything. But specifically, combat, which Gunn can't match. Okay, this is the video. If you guys have any counter arguments or any other things you want to mention in the comments, do it. Morgan, Black, and David coming soon. Just need to finish the script. Alright, adios.